welcome back, collective. I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of my new subscribers, the initial subscribers. Obviously this channel is very new, so I am really excited and happy to have anybody who enjoys these readings turning up. If you're new here, I am reading for the New Earth Collective, which is a group of people who are looking to bring in our highest vibrational timeline here on Earth in this lifetime. Are we ready to go? Okay, so I have put out 6 piles here. I want to read on the skill sets that we need as a collective to develop in order to bring in the New Earth Collective. So let's just get started here. So these are all new to me. We have the King. Okay. And what sort of skill sets is the King bringing? We have got the 5 of Swords and the Lovers. So what I'm seeing here in the 5 of Swords, this gentleman here looks like he is having a really tough time here. And he is having a tough time. The Lovers generally means choices. He's having a difficult time making a choice. So the skill set that we need to embrace here as a collective is the ability to use our King embodiment and to make a choice. So let's see what else we can say about this choice that needs to be made. All right, straight away we've got the Tower. So the choice that we need to make as a collective is to be willing to let old structures crumble. And that's pretty much all we will say about that skill. So however it is that you need to be embracing that skill in your life, think about what it is what old structures in your life need to crumble, and what it is that you're having a deep mental blocks with regards to making a choice about. We have got the Crone. And we've got the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. Let's read for a second here from the guidebook for some inspiration. This has to do with ascending, ascending, something about material gain. What is the Crone? The Crone is one aspect of, here we go, 87. The Crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation of the feminine trifecta of the mother, the maiden, the crone. In her long life, she has witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. So this skill set that we're being asked to call in and bring in here is the ability to rise beyond duality. But what I'm seeing here is that this is about being able to rise up to understand our 5-dimensional earthly gifts. And I don't just mean gifts as in our spiritual gifts. Well, of course I do mean spiritual gifts. I mean our 5-dimensional stuff, our 5-dimensional bounty. That's the word I'm looking for. So what this skill is asking us to do is to move beyond looking at the 3 dimensions and to embrace the bounty of the 5th dimension as though it were 3-dimensional manifestation, although it were 3-dimensional riches. All right, jumper. We have got the Son of Cups, the King of Cups. Got a few cards here. This is a bit more than I wanted, but I'm going to take them. So the King of Cups here was just asking me to question, and we are going to question what? I'm learning to get this right when I mirror and flip them for the camera. We are being asked to question. We have got the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles typically means, you know, having skills, doing things independently. But in this card, to me, it looks like these 9 Pentacles have been put around these feathers almost like an offering. This Ace of Pentacles is like, the pentacle is the stem of this tree trunk that's been cut. And here we have a card depicting all of the possible connections between these 4 pentacles. So what we're being asked is to honor the growth of all that is interconnected in the 5D. Honor the growth of that interconnectedness between all things. And with the Knight of Cups here, part of this journey is about questioning the interconnectedness. So we question it to understand it more so that we can move from this crone energy in the 3D to accepting our gifts, accepting the 5-dimensional gifts that are on offer for us. All right. Moving along to our next skill. We have got the Mother. So the mother is obviously about nurturing. It's about gestation. With the Mother, we've got the Five of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. I should show them like this. The Five of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, look at, this is quite an interesting, like if we look at these cards, okay, see how what's at the center of this pearl at the center of the Mother card looks exactly like the pearl that is in the ground here of the Five of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is that nurturing our five-dimensional self, nurturing the spiritual aspect of ourselves is something that we have to make a choice about with the Two of Pentacles here. And the reason I'm saying that, this is not how you typically read the Five of Cups, but she's like looking at this pearl in the ground here, and she's thinking, all right, what do I gotta do here now? what's actually required of me in the here and now? So, you know, I guess one of the things that I have, and I was a yoga teacher. I actually owned a yoga studio and taught yoga teacher trainings in India. That's something that I gave up years ago when I went back to university. I am now getting back into a serious and substantial personal practice. It's something that I need to do to keep my energy clear. It's something that I need to do in order to be able to channel for a collective and to start connecting with those sparks of energy that are going to be attracted to the channel. So, I think what we're being asked to do here is to just look at what the requirements are in our day-to-day for the things that we have to do in order to be able to call in our highest vibrational timeline, to take that step where we're acting in our spiritual selves and we're not dropping out of that into our ego as often. So the only card I am choosing for that is the Hierophant. And this Hierophant is bringing the key to you. You know what it is that you need to be doing. So for me, that's my yoga and meditation practice. For you, it could be something else. It could be going for bushwalks, eating healthier. Well, actually, let me just I'll pull 3 cards here just to help the collective out, and then we can take a look out. Let's look at 3 skills that will be helpful to the collective. For maintaining their highest vibrational timeline. Okay, I told myself I was not taking reversals this reading, so we have got the Five of Swords, or sorry, the Five of Cups. Yeah, so this is asking us to take a look at when we reshuffle our life. Some things are going to fit in, some things are going to have to go, and what is it that's going to have to go? Is it playing video games? Is it watching television programs? Is it yapping on the phone with our friends? What is it that's going to have to go here? This nostalgia card, actually, what came to me is the idea of reverence and grace, and reverence is something that holds a really deep and profound place in my heart. One of the reasons why I went to India to live and teach was because I had reverence for the teachings. And it's the sort of power that like knocks you down to your knees in prayer, out of gratitude. And so I think reverence is one of those key skills that we can develop in helping us to make better decisions for our life. The Magician was the last card that came out here. And so Action Jackson, you know, like nothing does better than actually just getting off your butt and doing it. So I think that's what we're being called to do here. When the key is given, take action on it. So that means if you come into your house, you fed the dog, you put your groceries away, and you see your yoga mat, not like, oh, I'll just go quickly have a shower, I'll just go do this, I'll just go do that, I'll just quickly make this call and then I'll get to my yoga mat. No, just like take that as the opportunity to do something, to take action. I actually struggled with this idea of taking action quickly. When I was living in the ashram, the head monk gave me the responsibility for ringing the meditation bell every day. That meditation bell needs to be rung at 4 a.m. 5 to 4, 4 o'clock, and then 10 after 4. And I am not a person who was a morning person. I would not say that I am generally a morning person. So, but my reverence and love for doing my part was something that drove me, and I did not miss a single day. I was there for 9 months and I rang that meditation bell every day. And I really struggled with it at first. And within the first week, I will remember going back to the head monk and going, like, mate, I don't think this is the task for me. I am not a morning person. You do not want to trust me with waking everybody in this place up for meditation. And he said to me, you've got a little travel alarm clock. I said, yeah, but I get up and I slam it and I turn it off and I fall back asleep. And then I wake up in a panic. And there's nothing worse than waking up in a panic. And he said, all you have to do is do what is required. You've set the alarm to get up, so just get up when the alarm goes off. And it really is as simple as that. It's like he gave me the practice, and now is the time. And that has been really beneficial for me in my ability to focus in on what it is that I need to do when I need to be doing it. And now is the time for this, and now is the time for that. So that might be really helpful for a few of you. Moving on, we have the Destroyer. Obviously one of my favorite cards. What is it that we are? And here is something about the Destroyer. You know, I dated somebody, this is like years ago, but he kind of got a little bit up at me about me embracing Kali as one of my, I don't know, one of the goddesses, the energy. And he's like, you know, all you want to do is tear things down and be aggressive. And I have since come to start referring to Kali's energy as, we are the cosmic recyclers. And I really love that. It's kind of, you know, it kind of gets us down off of our high horse to be like the people picking through bins and organizing the recycling. But that really is what Kali's energy is. It is about being able to transmute energy. And if you're able to transmute energy, you are recycling energy. So it kind of does get us down off of, you know, being this like sexy, seductive type goddess to like literally the ones reading through the rubbish bin going, nah, this isn't good energy. What can we do with that? Let's take that twofold. All right, the destroyer. What are we destroying? Ooh, I said I wasn't going to take reversals, and then immediately this comes out, and I'm like, I am going to take this reverse. Okay, we've got something of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. So the message that came through from me here, the Knight of Wands. So pages are like that initial spark. Knights are like, okay, that spark has been given oxygen. It doesn't necessarily have the tinder that it needs to burn. That's sort of where the Queen comes in. But it's been given some oxygen. The Chariot is about being able to harness the, I guess, the left and right paths, the positive and the negative, to rein ourselves in. It came up in reverse, and I said I am going to take the reversal because what we're trying to destroy here is this energy where we get a bit of oxygen into the fire, but then we aren't harnessing the energy and pulling that all the way through. So what can we say about how to work with reining the devil and the angel on our shoulders? What can we say about how to rein that, how to control the left hand path and the right hand path? I'm looking at I hope you guys like it when I'm staring into the cards like I'm in a trance, looking confused. We have got the Nine of Cups and the Lovers. All right. Well, this is exactly how you transmute that energy. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, but it also means wishing for. And the Lovers is all, everything. The love is the highest vibrational energy that we have on the planet. So how do we go about reining things in? We go about wishing for love, hoping for love, knowing we drop into ourselves into the place where love exists, and we rest in that place, expanding it. Like, see how all of these lines are coming out of this center point? So we find the place where love exists, and then we allow it to expand into its infinite space. Okay, moving on. We have got the Warrior. What an awesome card here. So with the Warrior, we have got the Seven of Swords and Judgment. So these are the two cards right here. The Seven of Swords and Judgment. So becoming a warrior, or like, see how her spirit is rising out of her body here? a lot of us are 5D warriors, and I will be talking about that. Actually, we'll see. I might go out for dinner and then record this video tonight. It's some Pleiadian downloading stuff, and I started doing it last night, and like it just went for like 70 minutes, and I wasn't sitting here with my cards. I was just literally in meditation, and I will talk a little bit about the Pleiades and my connection to them in that video. Okay, so becoming a spiritual warrior is, and to me, this person is sort of like an assassin, right? They're sort of like all cloaked up here like an assassin. So what we need right now is for some individuals in our collective to be harnessing their spiritual warrior selves, because part of this mission, just like everything, we've got creation, sustaining, and destruction. So we know here what our destroyers are doing. Our destroyers are thinking about how we can turn everything into love and using that as a way of turning the cosmic recycling function. Our warriors need to come into themselves, but in a way, they need to do that in a cloaked fashion. So what can be said about the cloaking? Actually, that is not the deck that I want. That is not the deck that I want. What can be said about the cloaking? What is it that we are cloaking here? Okay, we have got the Fool to the Magician. So what we're cloaking is the fact that we have the skills, the fact that we actually know what we're doing, and we know how to come into the 5 dimensions. Why are we cloaking this? What is the function of the cloaking right now? The 10 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. The 10 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. Okay, our spiritual warriors are coming in. They are cloaking the fact that they have the skills and the tools needed to instantiate ourselves into the spiritual 5 dimensions. And the reason that we're doing that is because out of the fog, out of the abyss, we are rooting in our soul tribe. We are growing we're growing things from the ground, and I still am not quite sure about this cloaking, why the cloaking is important at this point in time as a skill set. Spirit, can you tell us why the starseeds need to be cloaking themselves at this point in time, especially with respect to this community? I'm not taking reversals, so there's no need for me to shuffle that way. Spirit. Cloaking. Okay. This is this is rather strange. All right. Well, for the time being, let's just come in collective and share what we want to share, cloak what we want to cloak. The reason is because we do not want to be this self-imposed isolation. So we've got some skill sets. We're coming together as a collective. We don't necessarily want to share our magic just yet because we don't want to feel left out in the cold. All right, so clearly we need to bring a bit of love and a bit of sweetness to this community first before everybody starts talking about their skill set. I'm happy for the warriors to be cloaked. You might want to identify yourselves as spiritual warriors, though. The last skill set we have is the judge. And we have the Three of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. So, I mean, this is like really quite simple. This is saying that we need to make sure that we are discerning the types of friends and the types of people that we want to grow things with. So, I mean, this is sort of reading a bit on from this cloaking of our spiritual gifts. So we want to be thinking about who it is. I just love these cards so much. I'm going to put them on top of the judge here. Okay, so we are thinking about our community and what it is that we can and want to grow with them. We are taking our time to judge that. So thank you to everybody who's new here, who has subscribed, who is taking a bit of time to find out whether or not they are interested in being part of this collective. I really appreciate you taking your time to get to know me. We've got judge, we've got judgment, and the high priestess. So, all right. Well, I think that pretty much explains exactly what we were saying, that we want to see what sort of community we have coming in here. We want to test the waters a bit to see whether or not we are happy with the skill sets. Let's just take a look at what it is that we can do in the meantime. Just a bit of an abundance card here. While we're in this process of cloaking ourselves and bringing love and light to the situation, every reality has been focused by someone into being. Every reality has been focused by somebody into being. All right. So, you were taught to face reality before you knew you were creating reality. Do not face reality unless it is a reality you want to create. For any reality only exists because someone has focused it into being. Those statistics are about your experiences and others. Are not about any hard and fast now reality. Those statistics about your experiences and others are not about any hard and fast now reality. Well, I mean, here we go. This is exactly what I would have expected, although I was hoping for something a little bit more from the abundance card. I guess what it's asking there is and saying is that you know, obviously the channel reader for the collective is the one that's focusing their reality into being. Others are coming here, hanging out, taking a moment to judge. I do want another card here. Things that we can do in the meantime to bring abundance. What if Source were standing in my physical shoes? What if Source were standing in my physical shoes? It is not your job to make something happen. Your work is to simply determine what you want. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires and preferences that we have launched. We would consciously feel our way into alignment. Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, I hope you found something beneficial on the 6 skills that the Starseeds can use in the short term for bringing in the New Earth Kingdom. Toodaloo. I'll see you on the next reading.